This channel you're about to watch is about positivity, and it deals with a whole lot of positive views and issues. It contains content and language which may be too real and too sensitive for adults and may not be suitable for children under 18. Parental discretion is advised. You didn't pay no money, so there's no need for you acting funny. And don't you dare be sour. So just sit back, relax, and watch Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered with the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because after they made him, they broke the mold. So now it's time to enjoy Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered.
No one can do it better.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
If you have something to say, speak up with authority and conviction. If not, sit down and shut up.
Rap, tell me a little bit right here.
Talk to me. Say something.
They say two wrongs don't make it right, but it damn sure makes it even.
Yeah, they're all full of shit.
Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all be? Tell me something good, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and billions of y'all all in around the world. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered with me, the Bonafide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, and coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to speak what I feel and yell out what's real. Carlos Stargell.
The last.
Because y'all know when they made me, they broke the mold. Yes, Lord, I'm here to tell you. But how y'all doing today? I'm all right if y'all all right. I just checked out the weather, and the weather up here in Burlington, North Carolina, 62 degrees so far. Well, 69 now. Because the high done came up, but it's supposed to get up into like the mid-70s today. So it's not too hot and not too, it's that typical September weather, y'all. Especially up here in the Triad.
Talk to me. Say something.
And want to give birthday shout outs. Everybody whose birthday today, September the 4th, 2024. Want to give a special shout out to my cousin, Christy Fuller. Want to give a shout out to my homie, Kenny Fleming, who went from Southwest to Cal Class 86. And I want to give a shout out to a former manager of mine, and she's still a friend of mine to today, Latangela Stewart from Kroger.
Happy birthday, y'all. And may God bless you with plenty, many more.
Yeah, and I want to give my love and shout out to everybody all over the world, across the country, Atlanta, Georgia, the surrounding area of Atlanta, and the whole state of
Georgia.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm all right if y'all all right. But like I said, I'm about to freestyle now because I don't know what I really want to talk about, but just gonna freestyle. What come up, do come out.
Talk to me. Say something.
No one can do it better.
Damn sure don't. But anyway, y'all, before I get started though, please, I'd like to ask for a special prayer for my great aunt, my grandmama's youngest sister, Mamie Dixon. Please say a special prayer for her. Because like I said, God knows what's best, and there is no failure in God.
No one can do it better.
Talk to me. Say something.
Oh, yeah. And like I just want to say this right here. Thank y'all again. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch Raw, Uncut, and Uncensored. That's on the real for real. But anyway, just want to let y'all know too. I want to thank all the subscribers and those who haven't subscribed yet. And if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your soul, please hit that like or that subscription bell.
Really would appreciate it.
And like I said, one-on-one live is also available as well. I mean, whether it's video or audio, that's optional. But if you rather be heard than seen, we can always do the audio. And like I said, and those who, if those who would like to, you can get at me, or I can contact you in a form of fashion that we can set a date or an appointment, whatever. But hey, if you choose not to go video, you can always call. But if you like to do the video, that'll be even better. I'll be glad to have you as a special guest anyway.
Talk to me. Say something.
All right, just wanted to let y'all know that. I mean, just had to get that off my chest. But like I always say, help me and I'll help you.
Talk to me. Say something.
Yeah. Okay. But what I want, okay, now, something I wanted to, just something I just wanted to talk about, just kill a little time today, because like I said, it's all about freestyling today. Like I was telling y'all about the last end of part of my church encounters and experiences and impressions. Now, like I said, I was one of them kids that used to get slapped in the mouth for laughing at what was going on in the church. Now, when you go to a holiness church or a Baptist church and they get to shouting, and you look like you about to laugh, you're gonna get slapped in the mouth. But yes, I did. I'm guilty of that, because I really did used to. But check this out though. But as I got older, I started really doing those church impressions. But I knew how to act in church. But I'm just saying outside the church, like when like after church, or when you be at home. Period. Just like this dude who I used to work with at Kroger, his name was Charles. Well, actually, it was more than one. I know one worked in the pharmacy and one was a manager. So if I was to see one or the other, and I'm walking toward, I'd be like, "Hey, Charles." I remember one time I said it to the pharmacy. Everybody in the pharmacy busted out laughing. But I remember one time I said that to the manager. He's a friend of mine too. Cool, brother. Brother really kept me on the straight and narrow. Got to give him credit where credit is due. That's why he's my buddy to this day. Because he always knew what to say at the right time too.
Talk to me. Say something.
But anyway, I remember one day, I promise y'all, I didn't know that was his wife who was standing there, who heard it. I was like, "Hey, Charles." Next thing you know, she laughed so hard she fell on the floor. And she was like, and then I'm glad we got to know each other too. And but like I say, but about Charles really kept me. He really kept me, put like this. He was good to talk to, fun to be around with, and he always said the right thing at the right time.
Talk to me. Say something.
Yeah, he did. I got to give a shout out to Charles Kimbrough. That dude really like I said, he really helped me. He really let me know that, made it worth my while working at Kroger. I tried to make it fun too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, despite all the BS, I still tried to make it fun. And I did. By hook or by crook and by any means necessary.
Talk to me. Say something.
Y'all know I did. But anyway, like I told him, I was the best thing that ever happened to that story. But like, I'm just gonna say this right here. Hey, Charles, if you watching this, man, we need to talk, man. I just want to hear your voice, man. It's always good to hear from old co-workers and good people it's just good to hear from people, man. I know they say some people it's best to leave them where they're at, but some people, especially if they good, it's always good to hear their voice, because there's a lot of people I don't talk to like as much as I used to, but when we do talk, we make the best of it. That's how it's supposed to be.
Talk to me. Say something.
Rap, tell me a little bit right here.
Y'all know what time it is, y'all. But anyway, get back to what I was saying. Back to my church impressions. Now, like I was saying, I remember I had one of my choir rehearsal moments years ago. You remember Swing Low, Sweet Chariot coming forth to carry you home. And the part when they say, I once was lost, and what did I see? And I bust out and said, Peter Pan, peanut butter. And everybody in there. And thank God it was choir rehearsal, because y'all know it wasn't no way in hell I was going to do that on the Sunday. That wouldn't be right now. It's all right to do it when you at rehearsal, have a little fun, just get loosened up. But when push comes to shove and you have to be serious, that's when I'm serious. Now, when I do my church impressions, I do it for fun, not for cutthroat. But when I'm singing in church, I'm as real can get. And y'all, anybody that know me and have witnessed and have heard, they'll tell you. Even a friend of mine, my old neighbor, who I just recently got reconnected with. She always been like my little sister ever since I know her over there. I was the one that didn't let nobody mess with her. And that is true though. But anyway, I remember one time I used to ask her to come to church with me sometimes. But I remember that one time she came to church and I was so glad. That made my day. I was so glad to see her and hear and see that she was in church. And that's when I was married the first time. And when she heard me, and then she actually really heard me singing in church. And when she did, she was like, you really can sing. She said, I heard you singing a lot, but she said, you really can sing. I said, I tried to tell you. Because I told her just like I told my ex-wife. And then she's gone. She's not here. She's no longer with us, but God bless her anyway. I remember when my ex-wife told her, she said the first time she heard me singing when we were at the Goodwill, and then when she heard me singing in church, she said it kind of blew her mind, because she said one thing you singing, she said one thing I was singing at Goodwill, but it was a really big difference when I was singing in church. She said I was more serious. I put my all. I said that's what you're supposed to do when you singing in church. You're supposed to pour it out. But like I told her, singing in church, I'm gonna tell you, like I told them, and just like I'm gonna tell y'all, singing in church it still is a refuge to me. It's one of those places I just want to just go get away and just let it all out when I sing. Because when you can sing when you can sing in church, y'all know y'all can sing. Because you got a lot of people that sing in church, that sing in the choir, still can't sing. And you better not tell them they can't sing. For real. Especially them cackling sisters. Don't tell them they can't sing. Oh, they gonna cuss you out. They gonna make you looking for you real bad if you tell them they can't sing. And that's on the real for real.
Talk to me, say something.
And y'all know I grew up singing in church. So, but anyway, but when I was younger, like I'm gonna tell y'all, just like I'm gonna tell anybody else, when I was younger, before I graduated high school in 1986, I sung in the church choir when I was young, but I didn't appreciate it as much until I got older. And that's on the real, because I was made to get up there and sing when I was a kid. Excuse me. I used to hit sour notes and lip sync purposely, because I didn't want to be up there. But then my granddaddy here, Deacon Woodrow Starzer, he used to look at me and be like, you better sing. I used to have that look like, oh my God, that man. That man gonna get me when I get home. So I had to sing like my life really depended on it. But I remember one time he told me that if I didn't tear it down that Sunday morning, he was gonna tear me up that Sunday night. So I was so nervous, I almost had that.
Oh my God, I just shitted on myself.
Look. I almost had that look. And that's one of them looks that you know you really are scared. And I'm not joking either. I mean, that's a look you do not want to have. Not with my granddaddy now. Now, I will tell you with nobody, period. But anyhow, so when he told me that, I really saw like my life depended on it. I was young then, but when I got older as a teenager, especially after I got my ear piercing, that was around by the time nobody couldn't tell me nothing. Guess what? I'm about to keep it real. I got an earring in the way, didn't care what nobody said. Couldn't tell me that is true, couldn't tell me nothing. But after I graduated high school in 1986, I did something I thought to me, it was unbelievable. Everybody else, it was unheard of. But to people that were close to me, it was real rejoicing. It was rejoicing. I gave my life to the Lord at that young age before I made it to 20. On my own free will. That was a choice I made and never regretted, and still don't to this day, because you know what though, like I always tell people,
They can try to take me out the church, but they can never take the church out of me.
you know what I'm saying? They tried to get me out the church, but you ain't gonna take the church out of me. And that's on the real. Once you get it, you got it. And it ain't going nowhere. Especially if you know you grew up singing in church and you know you sound good singing in church. It's instilled with you for real. I mean, yeah, when I was younger, I really didn't want to sing. But like I say, as I got older, I appreciated a whole lot better than I ever did in my lifetime. And to tell you the truth, I tell a whole lot of people, it was times I don't like to be called out. I mean, I'm just gonna say this, before I made my move to North Carolina, and I went to church with my pastor, Minnie Cushmere, and when her son, her oldest son, came all the way from Indianapolis to visit, now y'all know he had to call me out the same. And he did. I believe they had that. I believe he had it set up so he could call me out. But hey, it's all good. And guess what? I didn't mind. But usually, I mean, like I used to tell people in a way, one thing about I don't mind singing, but I don't like to be called out in the spare of the moment. I really don't. But like they always say, like they say, when you're a child of God, you always got to be ready. So guess what? I was ready anyway. That's one thing Woodrow instilled in me. Always be ready. He always told me that. Like I said, a lot of stuff he told me, I didn't understand it for the life of me growing up as a kid. But at the same time, as I got older, I appreciated a hell of a whole lot better. For real. And like I said, and you know, after my grandma Ruby Lee passed on 3 months after I graduated, my granddad, especially after giving my life to God at the age I was in, on my own free will without a problem, my granddad and I, we were cool. You know, I love my granddad, but it seemed like we got tighter than tight. Especially when it came to the word of the Lord. I mean, every time we came around each other, we always enjoyed talking about the Lord, quoting scriptures, singing them hymns and all that. Hell, we used to have our own church together every time I came down there. You know what they say? When two or more are gathered, you got a church. And that was me and my granddaddy right there. It was just me and him, and we just enjoyed sharing the word of God together. And that's something I always treasured in my heart. And I had to share that with y'all because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have been through worse than what we have. But then again, at the same time, a lot of them won't even acknowledge. A lot of them don't want to acknowledge the Lord. They still want to follow Satan's. They still want to follow Satan. But hey, it's on them. Who are we to judge? They got to be held accountable for any and everything they do. So, leaving in the hands of the Lord.
Talk to me. Say something.
No one can do it better.
Well, y'all, that's my cue. But I want to thank everybody who took the time to check out, tune in, view, and watch Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered with the Bonafide G, Certified True, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. And not afraid to speak what I feel and yell out what's real. Me, Carlos Stargell.
The last.
And I want to thank everybody who took the time to check out and watch Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered. And I want to thank the subscribers and those who haven't. If you find it in your heart and you feel it in your soul, please hit the like and or the subscription bell.
Sure would appreciate it.
And I just want to thank. Now, if you weren't able to catch the actual live, you can always catch the replay. And just to let y'all know, if God's willing, I will be back later on sometime today. I don't know exactly what time yet, but I will be back. And when I do, I'll let y'all know in advance. Some way, somehow, by hook or by crook.
Talk to me. Say something.
So until the next time, y'all, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. And by all means,
Please behave yourselves. Stop the violence. Increase the peace. Eliminate the hate. Spread a whole lot of more love. Let's all act on one accord and let's keep following those basic instructions before leaving Earth.
so until the next time, thank y'all so much for watching Raw, Uncut, and Unfiltered. Peace. 2 fingers. Out here like last year. Later when you're straighter. Catch you on the next go around.